in our Chicago Tribune of all places that in our state university system for several decades now, there have been these political prioritized lists, basically of mediocre students from the most prestigious high schools across certainly the city of Chicago and the suburban areas into our state university system. You know, over 1,000 names put forth. The Board of Trustees for the state university system are elected officials. They came out in the review of all of this that, you know, they thought they had a responsibility of responding to the other political elected officials or whomever else put these names forward to them to get into our system. There was only one school on that list that was a Chicago public school, and that was Whitney Young High School, the #1 high school in our city. Interestingly enough, you know, that's a school that is a high achievement school, but obviously, for someone to put somebody's name on the list for that state university system, had to be somebody mediocre that got into Whitney Young in order to be nominated for that system. I'm going into this example to say that there is much more and more evidence about the role that privilege, not just historically played, but continues to play. That the role privilege plays today in our lives right now, that push people forward in this society and push other people, frankly, to death. When you think about the reverse situation in terms of who all gets incarcerated, or who all, or how African Americans, decade after decade, can have twice as high unemployment rates as whites, whether it's a huge economic crisis or not. And we can go on and on and on about these historically and current realities of inequality in this society. But we now have more scientific evidence that inequality, I don't know how many of you have seen the series Unnatural Causes, but that inequality is contributing to the United States having worse life expectancy than any other industrialized country in the world. So it is affecting the health and well-being of all of us. And to the extent that we don't get the interconnectedness, as opposed to the forced race lineage, is to the extent that we have a detriment to the future of humanity in certain